And now you can see the Backseat Mogul Show in all its video glory on our YouTube page at roughedge.tv. It's tiki time at Harbor Cove Cafe. Dive into the tropical paradise at the end of Spinnaker Drive in Ventura with vibrant drinks, delicious bites, award-winning fish and chips, and more. Now featuring extended hours, a dinner menu, and happy hour, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Harbor Cove Cafe, the hidden treasure at the end of Spinnaker Drive. Visit harborcovecafe.net for more information.
Showbiz is a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free and good men die like dogs for no good reason. There's also a bad side.
This is the Backseat Mogul Show live here on Rough Edge FM. I am R. Scott Bolton. I am the Backseat Mogul, and this is the show where we talk about show business. Sitting next to me is Darth Vader. I don't know what that sound was, but that's JohnyD.
Good morning.
And next to him, we have Jeff Genet, who is checking our feed right now. And looks sounding okay?
Yes, everything sounds great. Hello.
All right. We've had some issues. We had to restart the computer 3 times this morning because our Mixcast device was off, but it's working now, and everything seems to be in good shape. So fingers crossed. We got so much to talk about today, and Jeff has to leave a little early. Not a lot early, but a little early. So we want to get him out of here and on time. And so we're going to just go through it real fast. Okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Chuck. Okay. Yeah. Well, we should probably start with Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris passed away this week. He was, there's no other word for him. He was an icon, star of films and TV shows, especially. Also, I think that his last great push was the memes. That Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups, so the earth pushes against him or whatever they are. John, yours was terrible, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
But Chuck Norris was no question a legend, and I know you've never seen a Chuck Norris film, Jeff.
I don't believe I have. No.
Okay, and I know Johnny was a huge fan.
Yeah.
That was my question, though. My question is, why is Chuck Norris such an icon? And I'll tell you my reasoning here, and I'm not dissing Chuck. I'm not dissing Chuck. Truly, I admired Chuck. I tried to go to his films as often as I could, but I got petered out in that real quick. But I did always find him, the way that people revered him and the way he reacted to that was always kind of fun. But I was looking at his history in the movies because to hear these news articles talk, he was the god of action adventure movies. Well, not according to the box office. But we'll go through the reviews first. Here's his top 10 rated movies. Return of the Dragon is his first most highly rated movie with 87%. That's a good rating. What's the problem with that rating? Return of the Dragon is not a Chuck Norris movie. He just happens to be in it. Great fight scene in there, but
It was a Bruce Lee movie.
That's right. Number 2. Now, number 1, we've agreed, not a Chuck Norris movie. Number 2, 72% for Dodgeball, a true underdog story. Again, not a Chuck Norris movie. He's in it, but it's not a Chuck Norris movie. Number 3, finally, we get to Chuck Norris movies. Code of Silence with 68% good reviews. So there's one that's barely outside the rotten rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The Expendables 2 with the same price.
Not really a Chuck Norris movie.
Not really a Chuck Norris movie. Not really a good movie. But it is what it is.
Yeah, but when you look at the cast, it didn't have to be a good movie. It had a good cast.
It should have been a good movie, especially with that cast. And, they keep talking about doing another Expendables movie. Stop. The Expendables 3 was atrocious. Did you see any of those?
I saw a clip of one and I thought I needed subtitles because, you got Sylvester Stallone and Arnold and they're like,
Jason too. Yeah.
And I'm like, what are they saying right now?
That was an excellent impression.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
The next one on his list is Lone Wolf McQuade. 57%. We've already dropped to the rotten status of movies. Lone Wolf McQuade. Then we have Silent Rage, 57%.
Excuse me. Is this audience or is
No,
this?
we don't do audience anymore because the audience things are too easily manipulated. and
Okay,
changed. This is critics.
Okay.
Silent, and we'll get to the audience portion of it in just a moment.
No, I was just curious.
Silent Rage with 57%. Walker Texas Ranger, which arguably is the thing that really put him on the map big time, 40%. And The Octagon, boy, that movie's bad, 29% on here. So, can anybody name a great Chuck Norris movie? No, because there isn't one.
I enjoyed watching.
That's not what I asked you, John.
I understand.
Give me a great Chuck Norris movie.
There's so many.
There's not one. There's not one.
Well,
They're all the same kind of movie. They're all low budget action adventure things. Chuck, God bless him, he tried, but he couldn't act his way out of a wet paper bag. He was so wooden. I mean, he had the chops for the martial arts.
Yeah.
And, for the fake firearms he carried around. But, they were just low budget B movies at best.
I enjoyed the movies. I really did. And I enjoyed the TV series.
Okay.
And I guess if you enjoy it, and it did put people in the seats. So
no, we're going to get to that right now.
Okay.
That is also another myth.
Okay.
You know what his highest rated movie is?
What?
No, we're going to go from the bottom.
Okay.
Lone Wolf McQuade, which we just talked about. Box office gross. Again, this is older dollars, so you have to do some math here, but just a little bit because it won't be difficult. $12 million worldwide. Box office gross. That's not even a tenth of the budget of most movies these days.
Okay. Now, I know you said old dollars. When was that movie?
1983.
Okay.
And don't ask questions you don't know the answer to. It's like a lawyer.
Oh, that's why I was asking.
I mean, thankfully I have the dates, but I didn't know I did.
Oh, okay.
Next up is Braddock Missing in Action 3. Yeah, they made 3 of them. $16 million worldwide. Even if you doubled that, not a smash hit by any chance. Delta Force. Everybody knows Chuck Norris and Delta Force movies.
I remember that one.
$17 million worldwide. Not exactly a smash hit.
Okay. Any before you go any farther?
No, you would before you go any further.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Wait, where, when?
Yeah.
How?
Wait, what? At first, we have to get to that sometime.
Yeah.
And again, none of this is the diss Chuck. It's just I'm trying to figure out where the legend came from.
Do any of these, what you're saying, do any of these say what the budget was?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I can tell you it's about $650. Invasion USA.
I remember that one too.
$17 million worldwide. Triple it. Still not a hit. There's Chuck now. Code of Silence is next. We're getting bigger numbers now. $20 million worldwide. Missing in Action from 1984. $22 million worldwide. And then guess what's next? Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
But not really a Chuck Norris movie.
Right. $167 million. It's a big jump.
Yeah.
Jeff's thinking about something. Did you see Dodgeball?
Is that the one? Who was in that?
Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller.
Right. Okay. Yeah. If you can dodge a car, you can dodge a ball. That one. Okay.
Yep. That's it.
I saw that one when I was a kid, so I'm not going to count that as a Chuck Norris movie.
He's in it briefly. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Very briefly.
Like how briefly?
Like it's like a cameo, basically.
Oh, why
pretty
are they
much
counting that?
Pretty much like the Expendables movie he was in.
Speaking of which, his top grossing movie of all time, The Expendables 2. $315 million. That one's a hit.
But not really
a Chuck Norris movie. So again, not dissing Chuck by any means. I just trying to figure out where the legend comes from. And I found some guy's post on Facebook, And he said that Chuck Norris's legend comes from not from the fact that he made big money, except on Walker, Texas Ranger, in the movies, and not because he was this legendary actor, but because he plowed through bad guys like nobody else.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. I would even argue that because Jason, but that's me. I really do believe strongly that Walker, Texas Ranger was his big splash. He made more money with that than any of his films, not even close to comparison. But it was those damn memes.
Mhm.
Those memes are the thing that really pushed Chuck into legendary status. And I wish I had some. We did a whole bunch of them yesterday in the Friday Shot Day show, but they're all out of my head by now. But I really think that is the thing that pushed him up even higher than he already was. People revered him and they loved those movies, but they weren't hits. Some of them weren't bombs, but again, there's not a blockbuster on that list. Even if you count, well, maybe The Expendables 2, which I'm stunned made that much money. But it's just interesting to me that this guy has this star power, and yet where'd it come from? That's all. I'm just curious about that. And I do believe that it was kept alive by Walker, Texas Ranger, which by the way was my dad's favorite TV show of all time. He worshipped Walker with that show, and then the memes later. I do have a couple of Chuck Norris stories. One is when they first aired Walker, Texas Ranger, they were on production and the producers came out and said, "We got to shut it down." They said, "Why?" For a single episode it aired. "We're out of money. We have no money." They're like, "Oh, well, that kind of sucks." Shut down the production, everything else. The show aired that following Saturday, #1 for the week. They suddenly found money. So my second one is a great story that was told by my old theater manager, Cal Gerlach.
Mr. Gerlach.
And he was running the Man Chinese Theater at the time. And this guy was a vintage movie theater. He was in the good times of movies. So they had Enter the Dragon playing at the Chinese theater, the Man Chinese, and they built a boxing ring next to the theater. And they put Chuck Norris in it. And if you could go a minute with Chuck Norris, you got $50. The problem was that Chuck Norris didn't want to be there. He was unhappy. He thought it was a stupid idea. He had to be there because of promotional requirements. So he was in the ring, pissed off. Everybody who got in that ring, he beat the crap out of. Mr. Gerlach said he was standing there worried about people getting injured because they get in the ring, and because Chuck was pissed off, he just beat him up. And nobody's going to fight Chuck Norris. He just finished doing a movie with Bruce Lee. You don't get in a ring with him for a minute. Mm-hmm. And Mr. Gerlach said the worst part of the evening was when he saw this this bunch of drunken sailors come piling in, and one of them tried to climb in the ring and was having a hard time. And he said you could just tell Chuck was looking at the guy going, "Yep, you're next." Laid the guy out flat. They're not going to do that kind of promotion these days, folks. No. But anyway, so it is sad to say goodbye to Chuck Norris. Still not sure what happened to him, because there was a Instagram post just a few days before he died where he's in fighting strength. He's punching with the guy, and you wonder what happened. Did he fall? Did he have an aneurysm, a heart attack? We'll find out eventually, of course. But
was that Way of the Dragon or Enter the Dragon? Because I don't think he was in Enter the Dragon.
I think it was
the first one was the Way of the Dragon.
I think it was that one.
The Way of the Dragon.
Yeah.
He wasn't in.
I'm not sure he was in Enter the Dragon. I remember seeing that movie.
Way of Dragon. Oh, it might have been Game of Death even. I don't know. Whatever it was.
It was a dragon movie.
Wait a minute. Didn't they just say on Rotten Tomatoes that was his? You know what? It's not worth looking up. It's a dragon movie. We'll leave it at that. But anyway, yeah, it's so many people are just like crushed by this death. To them, it's the celebrity death that hurt me the most, I think, was Robin Williams.
Yeah.
When that happened, it just was like a gut punch. a lot of people are reacting to Chuck Norris like that. Joshua here from the House of Magic is reacting like that. And he and I had the beginnings of this conversation yesterday, and he told me to shut up. So, I'm not dissing anybody. I'm just asking questions. It's just curious to me how somebody goes from mediocre movies at best, box office bombs for the most part, and is now considered this legend in film and television. How'd that work out? It did. There's no question. It's just curious to me how it happened, but he will be missed. So goodbye to Chuck Norris. And he died in Kauai, which is where I'm going in a few weeks. And I'm sure his ghost is going to kick my ass.
More than likely.
Yeah. So, because you know my history with ghosts. All right.
Yeah.
Should we do our Oscar picks?
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys know, we did our Oscar choices last week. And I don't think any of us did real good. But let's find out. Some of these I hope you remember, Jeff, because I don't remember. Well, but may have to look some up. Let's start with the visual effects. I chose Sinners.
Oh, what the Oscar picks were?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll look it up right now.
Well, you don't need it. I don't think you need it right now, unless we do. But,
Oh,
but
okay.
I know visual effects was who won for that. You chose it's the very last one. We're going to start from that and go backwards.
Visual effects. Okay. Avatar.
Avatar. Johnny, what did you choose?
Sinners.
Me too. It was Avatar.
It's Avatar.
Jeff's got one. John and Scott got Bupkus. The next one we have was original score. Jeff?
I chose Sinners.
Johnny?
Sinners.
Scotty? Sinners. So we all got that one. That one's kind of easy. That score was so good.
Mhm.
Original song. Jeff?
K-pop Demon Hunters with Golden.
Johnny?
I lied to you. Sinners.
Scott? Golden. That was another pretty much given.
It was Golden.
Yes. So Johnny, you didn't get that one, but I did and Jeff did. Up next, we've got Best Animated Feature.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, that was probably the easiest pick of the night. That movie is just stunning all the way around. Cinematography, I chose Sinners.
I chose Sinners as well.
I chose Sinners.
Sinners won. And the cinematographer was from Oxnard. That was kind of cool. Adapted screenplay. Jeff?
I picked Frankenstein.
Hamnet.
One battle after another. It was one battle after another. Let's see. We got original screenplay. Jeff?
I chose Sinners.
Sinners.
And I chose Sinners. Did Sinners win?
I don't know.
That's one we're going to have to look up. I don't remember either. It had to be, though. Well, we'll double check it. Best director.
I chose Chloe Zhao.
I'm actually surprised she didn't win, but also not surprised, if you know what I mean, because Spielberg was working so hard to promote her. Johnny, who did you choose?
I picked Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another.
And I did as well. So
Yeah.
he's the one who won. Ryan Coogler did win for Sinners, so Sinners is also a winner for us. Best actress.
Wait a minute.
Supporting actor.
Or original screenplay. Ryan Coogler won.
Back to director. You said Ryan Coogler also won?
No. For
No, he
original
did one
screenplay.
for the screenplay. Remember, I was looking up the screenplay.
Oh, okay. So that was Sinners got okay.
Yes.
So we got that one.
Supporting actress.
I chose Amy Madigan for Weapons.
I chose Amy Madigan for Weapons.
We all did. Yep, and she won. Leading actress.
I chose Emma Stone for Begonia. But I don't think it was.
Johnny.
I chose Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue.
It was Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. God, she was good in that. She was also good in The Bride,
Yes,
which,
she
by the
was.
way, is not as bad as they're telling you it is.
I tell you what, if that movie had been last year, she should have been nominated for 2. Hamnet and The Bride. She
Jessie
was so
Buckley should
good.
probably be nominated for everything she does. She's just amazing. Supporting actor. This one was tricky. Jeff?
I chose Jacob Elordi for that.
From Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I went with Sean Penn from One Battle After Another.
As did I, and it was Sean Penn. That one was such a tight field because Elordi was great in that. I thought Benicio and Sean might cancel each other out, but Sean was so stunning in that movie that I had to give him the
Like
edge.
I said, I did not realize that was him until we saw the credits.
I still don't understand that.
I guess
Did you have your glasses on?
yeah, that was the problem. I think one of the reasons was I'd never seen him in that type of a role. Everything I've ever seen him in, he looked.
Isn't that Sean Penn though? I mean, he does that.
Well,
I mean, look at his performance in Milk.
The last time I saw him where he was short hair and all that was Taps. And you know how long ago that was. Everything that I've seen him in, he's had long hair and it.
So you haven't seen him in much, is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, and just to let everybody know, the reason why I'm wearing my mask, I have a cold and I don't want to give my germs to my
we don't want your germs.
that's why I'm wearing the mask.
Yeah.
Keep them for myself.
All right, leading actor. Jeff?
I chose Michael B. Jordan for Sinners.
I chose Michael B. Jordan for Sinners as well.
As did I, and he won. I was so happy about that because that was another crowded field. But man, and it's funny because Andre, I'm not attacking you in particular, but I said, that guy's on screen with himself for the entire movie, and constantly which character is of which. And she goes, well, Lindsay Lohan did it too, and she did, but not on that level.
Parent Trap's pretty good.
It is. I agreed, but I just, it's hard to compare those two.
Well, if you're going to go that way, so did Haley Mills.
And Patty Duke.
Yeah.
Oh, it never ends.
Yeah, and Patty Duke.
I'd take that Oscar away from Michael Jordan.
No.
I've even been on screen with myself before.
I have been with myself before. I'm always with myself. Oh, well.
Best picture.
Okay.
Jeff?
Best pictures, I chose Sinners.
I chose, as much as I would have liked to have chosen Sinners, I actually went with One Battle After Another because I figured, yeah.
You're the only one who got that right because I went with Sinners too. And I know that I was going with Sinners from my heart, not from my head, but I was hoping that maybe that little luck would push it into the field.
I don't get it. I don't get One Battle After Another, honestly.
Yeah,
It was like Sean Penn, like, sure, he's great in it, but he was only in it for like 5 minutes. Jacob Elordi is, I don't know, I don't even think you would call him supporting actor.
It's more of a co-lead, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, man, I think I don't get the hype for that movie.
I did pretty good. I got 9 of.
Oh, I didn't even count mine. I just threw my ballot away.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8.
Out of 13, I got 9.
Sorry, folks, that wasn't my best side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
And
That
now
was fun. And now here's the thing about the Oscar show. I don't care what Conan O'Brien is on. I'm going to watch that, man. He is just hysterically funny. And I thought he was terrific on this show. So they did a whole bit about him being the Oscar host for life.
Oh yeah, I saw that, yeah.
But I would be all for that.
Okay, here's a question about Oscars. Of all the different Oscar hosts that you guys have seen on TV, who's your favorite? So not who did the best, who is your favorite?
Okay, well, that's a wide open field. Who's my favorite?
Oh, no, okay. Who did
I
you
kind of
like
like the
best?
days when the this sounds catty, and maybe it is, when the people who weren't nominated were the ones who got to give the awards. I remember Robert Shaw in particular, the year that Jaws was up. He didn't get nominated, which is just a travesty, by the way. But you didn't get nominated, so you can give out an award. they didn't really have a hostess per se. They just had stars doing that kind of stuff. There was no opening monologue or any of that kind of thing. But if I had to pick somebody, yeah, I got to go with Billy Crystal.
Yeah. Billy Crystal.
But Conan's getting there fast.
I do remember when Johnny Carson did it. I even think Bob Hope did it. I even think Burt Reynolds may have done it once or twice. But my favorite is Billy Crystal.
Jeff still thinking?
Well, I'm trying to. I didn't start watching the Oscars until I started working at the theater. So I think, you just have the last few people. You got what? Yeah, Conan O'Brien's done it the past couple of years.
David Letterman did it that year. He got a lot of heat for his performance, but I thought he was fine. I had no issue with it.
I don't remember that. Maybe I started because I remember Ellen. Ellen did it for a couple of years. And then didn't Jimmy Fallon do one?
I think so.
And then Jimmy Kimmel did a couple. And did Chris Rock do one? They had a year where they didn't have anybody.
Right.
And then
That's right. Chris Rock did do it. That's where he got slapped.
No, he was giving away an
he
award
was
then.
Presenting?
Yeah,
Or
he was presenting.
I think that might have been the year they didn't have a presenter.
Maybe.
Because was it because someone got canceled or something like that? So they just, or something controversial happened the previous year. So they just decided we're not going to have a presenter.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, Ricky Gervais, I think, hosted and was brutal.
I thought he did not Grammys, Emmys.
Didn't he do that?
I thought he did
too?
Emmys.
Did he?
I don't know.
Why
are you asking me?
I don't know. I loved those speeches because he was just
he was Golden Globes.
About it. Just told the truth. It was hilarious.
It is. That's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that Conan did this time that was funny. He really didn't pull any punches.
Yeah. Ask
Mr. Chalamet. Anyway, I thought it was a great award show. I was happy with most of the awards, and it was one of those years, thank goodness, where it was hard to pick somebody because there were so many people good in the categories. And this year's shaping up to be that kind of a year too, and I'm very excited about it. I'm not going to review it in full this week, but I just saw Project Hail Mary. Best movie I've seen in so many years in theaters. It was just a blast. And again, another one where most of the time there's an actor on screen by himself. He's got something there, but it ain't really there.
Bruce Stern did that once.
Silent Running.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Was he by himself?
I believe so.
Did you ever see Silent Running?
Nope.
Very interesting movie.
Yeah, when I first heard about Silent Running, I thought it was a World War II movie. Submarines. It was not.
Yes, it was. It was Run Silent Run Deep, but you're close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of all the music at the Oscars, the different acts that did for the songs, did they use the actual performers?
I think they did. They even had Buddy Guy up on stage. Buddy Guy's 96 years old, and he's up on stage wailing on that guitar like nobody. That guy's blows my freaking mind.
I mean, that one year man, boy, this cold is really knocking me out. But no,
bring something up unless you know what it is.
Normal for me. Phil Collins, the song that he did was up. I think it was for No Way Out, not No Way Out. That was
Phil Collins was up for an Oscar. It's all we need, John.
Yeah, and they had that female who actually I believe she passed away. But
you mean they killed her after a performance of the Phil Collins song?
Well, they should have done it during the song.
Oh.
No, and she was. It was her performance was terrible.
That's a matter of opinion.
A lot of people's opinions, apparently.
Who was that?
I can't remember. She was an actress, I think. And it was that Jeff Bridges movie he did.
Oh, it was Dee Snider from Twisted Sister.
No, it was not.
It was Anne Rankling.
Yeah. And
Rankling lip synced over a pre-recorded vocal track, and it was poorly received.
Mm.
Yeah, I think they like to get the original artist on as often as they can, but sometimes you can't. There's conflict or whatever. I mean,
well, he was there because they showed him in the audience.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Maybe he couldn't sing, John. He's a very ill man.
Not back then.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do. I was there. Didn't you see me sitting right next to him?
That was Brad Pitt. Nice thing. We wish.
Tell you what, I was on the other side and sitting in the aisle, Okay. What's next?
Hey, Jeff, what'd you see this week? Or anything? Oh, we're going to talk about a biggie here, but start where you want to.
Should I eat this chocolate first?
We do have a Hawaiian chocolate. No, it's not. It's Mexican. It's not Mexican chocolate. It's Costa Rican chocolate, for crying out loud. And it's from Reina's Chocolate. And this chocolate is their fire chocolate. It has Carolina Reapers. It has the other hot one. There's Carolina Reapers. There's ghost peppers.
Scorpion?
I think there's scorpion in there. It is fiery hot chocolate. It is absolutely delicious if you can take the heat. And Jeff, I think, can take the heat because he likes the hot stuff.
Well, I haven't had any like spicy stuff in a long while because I'm not allowed to cook with it in the house anymore. So
your wife doesn't do hot?
No, the last time I cooked with all the spicy stuff, I like ground up Carolina Reapers. I picked stuff from the garden and I just mixed it all in with like burger stuff. And when I was cooking the burgers inside, it filled the house up with just, she had to leave. She had to go outside in the backyard.
With the eyes tearing up and stuff? Yeah, that happens.
It was funny because my daughter comes and she's like, what are you making? She's totally unaffected. So I'm like, okay, she's got that.
Now, here is the caveat. Jeff has done this kind of thing before, and not he, but one of his partners had to run to the bathroom and throw up. So just see what happens.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to.
The camera went blank. Okay. Okay, let's go.
Drum roll.
The heat's coming. If you haven't found it yet, it's coming. But it's so good.
It's got a weird flavor to it.
It's all those peppers. That's the one thing I wish they hadn't have done is mixed all the peppers together. And also, it is definitely Costa Rican chocolate, which is different than our chocolate.
What's the name of the company?
Yeah, it's dark chocolate. It's got like a weird.
Reina's Chocolate. We did a complete chocolate tasting there, and this is one of the bars I bought afterwards. Did you get the heat? Is it?
Yeah, it's fine. I can feel it building, but
it's a good beat. It's a good heat, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had Godzilla chocolate before, which was just one pepper, like chili, the ghost pepper or the Reaper. I don't remember which, and it was hot. But this is actually, I think, a little hotter.
Yeah, I like stuff that has the flavor mixed in where you can actually taste it.
Yeah.
I don't like it when you go to a place and you get their hot stuff and it's just like it tastes like garbage, but it's really hot. I don't like that. That brings it way down. I'm like, I don't ever want to eat here again.
Yeah.
Like if you can incorporate the heat, make it hot, but you still get that flavor.
You gotta have the flavor.
It's I mean, that's great. Howlin' Ray's is a good restaurant in LA. They do that so well.
Yes, they do. They're the best.
Yeah.
Our friend who would come to the show occasionally, his nephew owned Howlin' Ray's. And one day he showed up to the show with a box of all their different heats. And we got the hottest one. You took it out of the box, and there was a little piece of the chicken that had fallen off, and I grabbed that. It was black like lava. And that was maybe the hottest stuff I've ever had, but it still had flavor.
Yeah. It was so funny. Me and all my friends went there and, they all got the mild whatever. And then me and my friend, Brandy, who's on the 127,
yes.
We got the hottest one. We had to sign the waiver. We had to wear gloves and everything. And it's like, yeah, we'll just split it. So I take a bite of it. I'm explaining the flavors and everything. She's over here. She's just crying. And then, my friends leave, they're thrown up. And the line, how the line wraps?
Oh, yeah. It was,
some people, they were just watching us. They were like enjoying our reactions or whatever. And then I remember like we were on our way to the parking lot and this family comes up to us. They're like, here's the rest of our food. We couldn't eat it. We took like one bite. It was way too hot for us. But we enjoyed watching you guys eat so much. Here's all this stuff. We had Howlin' Ray's on the way back home.
That's great. Awesome. Yeah. Howlin' Ray's in Chinatown in LA. Yeah. It is incredible. There's one now in Pasadena, I believe.
Oh, really?
There's a wing in Pasadena, I think. And also they're opening one in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So there'll be Howlin' Rays everywhere. Slowly, but he has been approached by so many people wanting to franchise him, and he doesn't want to ruin everything. So he's been going very slowly and making it work. And more power to him because he's got the market cornered as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
What was that that time that we all went to? Didn't go to somewhere. I think it was Carpinteria, and that bar restaurant place that we went to. There was you, Doug, me, a couple other people, and Doug pops a habanero. I think it was a habanero, something that was really, really hot, and he started tearing up, which
That
really
was-
surprised me.
That was the cruel shrimp at the brew house in Santa Barbara. And they had a shrimp called the cruel shrimp. And again, the same kind of thing. You're supposed to sign a waiver. We didn't, but that it was just a deep fried shrimp covered, with this thick, super hot sauce. And it was brutal. But again, still had flavor. If you're just giving me heat, you're not doing me any favors, which is why, and this is commercial time, my favorite salsa of all time is Mrs. Renfro's Carolina Reaper or Ghost Pepper salsa.
That's good stuff.
It is freaking delicious. And it's hard to find. You can order it in line all the time. Their motto used to be Mrs. Renfro's. There's a little piece of grandma in every jar.
Ooh.
They finally changed that. Going, no, you better not use that anymore.
All
But
right.
I love Mrs. Renfro so much that they don't sell merchandise, which I don't understand any company that's got that kind of a following, not selling merchandise. But I found somebody was selling a promotional hat on eBay for $25, and I thought I gotta have it, so I bought me a Mrs. Renfro hat. But it's all good stuff. I like the hot stuff. I just do.
Remember that time when Gary took the
I don't like that hot stuff.
yeah, but I can't remember, did he do the 100 or the 250?
He did the 250. We have a bottle of vodka here that's 250 on the Scoville and 250,000 on the Scoville, and it is unpleasant to say the least. And it's one of those things. It's just about the heat.
Yeah.
There's not really any flavor to it. But Gary thought he was going to be a badass. He kind of was, actually.
Yeah.
And he took a full shot of it, popped it in his mouth, swished it around, and then swallowed it and suffered for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Okay, so back to what you watched before we ate the chocolate.
Twin Peaks. I finally finished it. Can't tell you what happened. I was a little confused. The ending, oh my gosh, cliffhanger again. Not as upsetting as the cliffhanger to season 2, though.
No, because it is kind of a closure.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you want to know what happens, but at the same time, you're just like, oh well, okay.
What is your theory on what happened? I mean, I don't want to give anything away, and it's been long enough, but because there's a lot of possible ways that could be interpreted, and I interpreted it one way. I'm curious what you thought.
You're gonna say something really quick?
No, I was going to say, was this the original Twin Peaks or the reboot?
This is the reboot, yeah.
Well, it's more of a continuation, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, because there were some parts that confused me. I mean, well,
some parts.
Yeah. Because he. Oh, geez, how do I do this without spoilers? I don't even know.
I don't know either, and that's why I said maybe we'll just. If you don't want to find out spoilers, turn off for a couple seconds.
Wait till I do the.
There you go. He'll give you the finger.
Yeah.
Wait, the thumb.
A finger, whatever finger that is.
Yeah. Just watch for the finger. Yeah.
Yeah, because so there's the ending where they all meet up at the Twin Peaks Sheriff's Office. They defeat Bad Cooper, and then that's that. But then he's like, I got to keep going in. And it's like, what do you mean you got to keep going in? And then something happens. I don't know what. And then all of a sudden he's going through the place. I don't know where. And then all of a sudden he's there with Diane. Okay. Why is she there? And then that whole scene with her happens. And I'm like, what is this supposed to represent? What is this supposed to mean? And then he comes out of it. He's in a completely different place. And then he finds Laura Palmer, older. And I thought, okay, was she, because he went back in time, I guess,
Yeah.
and then changed how that night went for Laura Palmer. So it's like, okay, now you're going to take her back, but then it's not. So did him changing, like, time travel is a tricky thing. It gets really overcomplicated quickly. I mean, especially look at all the movies that use time travel. There's several different ways it can work.
Sure.
But I was just kind of wondering, like, okay, you changed it here, but how did it change over here? Like, what because he's like, what time are we in? What do you mean, what time are we in? Are we forward? Are we backward? Like, what does that mean? Are you in a parallel dimension where none of this ever happened and none of these people existed? Because regardless, you were back in this time where they were. I don't know. It was like, it was weird.
My theory was much simpler, and my theory was pretty much that they're back to where they started.
Uh-huh.
And I know there's some things, like you said, her being older and things that would change that should be taken into consideration. But it just seemed to me, it's like, oh wait, time is a loop, and now we're back at the beginning, and we got to do this all over again.
Huh.
That's just and again, anybody's theory is accurate, which is the brilliance of a David Lynch production, especially that one where he got full hands off from everybody. That was his rule. I will do 20 episodes of Twin Peaks for you, but you can't touch it. It's all me. I have final cut on every single episode. And boy, you can sure tell he had final cut in every single episode, because there's some just
weird stuff.
I mean, the scene with the with Harry Dean Stanton with the little girl, blood curdling, horrifying. Where does it fit in the scheme of things? I don't know, but it was a great episode nonetheless. It's just truly amazing television. And the fact that we're going to be, I'm still thinking about it. And I saw it 5 years before you did. Mm-hmm. That tells you just how great it is. It's just utterly bizarre though. Yeah.
And we'll never get answers
on
it. So
we never were going to get answers anyway, because I sent you that's what he said.
Yeah.
The Showtime wanted him to do another season. He said, I will in 25 years.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, but you're glad you watched it.
Yeah.
You respect it for what it is.
Oh yeah. I loved it.
And it's just so bizarre and so different. There are several scenes I remember, but one of them is, and again, because Lynch had complete creative control. The scene starts on the telephone in a bar. And there's a guy behind the bar cleaning glasses. And then the camera starts to follow this guy who's sweeping the floor. And it follows him for a good 60 seconds, maybe 120 seconds, as he's just sweeping the floor. And then the phone rings and the camera goes back to the phone. The guy answers it. Nobody else would allow you to do that.
Yeah.
They would say, you got to cut that scene down. But he wanted that.
See, what I thought was going to happen was, because each of those episodes ends at that bar,
yes,
with the musical. So I thought, they're going to end the episode here. They're going to do like a comedic thing. They're just going to have him sweeping, and then the credits are going to start going. I'm like, that's going to be genius. But no, it just kept going. It kept going, and it kept going, and it's
brilliant.
Yeah, it was great.
And I also love the line, ladies and gentlemen, the 9 Inch Nails, because they were one of the bands that were featured in there. Yeah, it's terrific, wild stuff, wide open for speculation. And I think that's what makes it great.
Yeah. And just like so many other things that happen, just don't ever reconnect with the main storyline. It's just like, what, like with Audrey, she does that dance in the bar, and then she's in like a weird, is she in an asylum or something? Because there was that weird thing where she's looking in the mirror for a second, and then it's like, well, what's that? What's going on with that? She doesn't show up till the last 3 episodes or something. It's like,
and you don't know. It's like, that's the brilliance of it. I don't know. Nobody knows except David Lynch. And for all we know, he didn't know either, but he thought, oh, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's weird.
But great stuff. What else did you see?
Well, I finished Twin Peaks. And our next show that we were going to start, me and my wife, was Firefly.
Very nice.
So yesterday we started the first episode of Firefly. It did not grab the attention of my wife.
Really?
Yeah. So I thought it would because she loves watching those shows with Nathan Fillion, but it did not. So that just means that I don't have to wait for her. I can just binge.
I think that if she stuck around for a couple episodes, it would stick with her.
I think so too.
Because it is a whole universe of its own.
Yeah,
It is.
and at first it was kind of tough because it's very early 2000s. Like it's shot with, you know, those like rinky-dink cameras almost, and it's just kind of like, whoa, this is.
It looks like a
This is
TV
early.
show.
Yeah, it does. Before TV became,
What it is,
you know,
cinematic.
yeah. But yeah, once it got like 20, 30 minutes in, I was hooked. I mean, this Western in space, I love that.
So would you
And-
consider yourself a brown coat?
That's what the fans call themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I'm 2 episodes in. I was going to start episode 3 this morning, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
And you're watching it in order, which is something that people who watched it in
Yeah.
network television didn't have the opportunity to do. To
Yeah.
tell them what you discovered.
Yeah, so on Hulu it shows the air dates of when the episodes came out, and it's like episode 1 came out in December, and then episode 2 came out in July, and then it just kept going. It's like July, October, July, December, November, October, and then the season finale came out in December of 2002, and then the 3 episodes before that came out in October of 2003. Only 3 episodes came out the following year, so I don't.
It was
wild.
Suits deciding that the episodes with more action would draw viewers, despite the fact it tore the story to pieces.
Mhm.
And that's very
which,
unfortunate.
Which more than likely killed the show.
I had a big hand in it, that's for sure. Yeah, big hand in it.
That's kind of like what the Suits did in the music world to Moby Grape. They saturated. The Suits decided to saturate the public with their music instead of letting it progress the way it should have, and it pretty much killed the band.
I thought saturation was what music groups hoped for.
Not the way they did it. Moby Grape was a fantastic band, and anyway,
Promise me that you'll watch the movie after you finish the series.
Yeah.
As part of the series, because it really is. It ties everything up nicely.
Yeah, no, I have the movie on DVD, so I'm just gonna blow through the series and then just.
Yeah, make sure you
So.
include that as part of the viewing, because it is essential as far as things go.
okay. Speaking of Firefly, has there been any more word?
Yeah, they announced it. It's going to be an animated series.
Oh.
There's no way they could get that cast and crew together. Some of those people are making. I mean, you know, you got Nathan in the Rookie, and that's not going anywhere because that's a huge monster hit for as silly as it is. And you've got the other people in big things too. And then you know, there's a couple people you don't see much of these days, but you know, they still got schedules, so it's probably doing cons.
And 1 or 2 have passed on.
Yes,
in real life.
just 1. Yeah. But there were 2 ways it was going to go in my mind. One was going to be a return of a live action Firefly. The other was going to be an animation. I would have preferred the live action, but I'm happy with the animation.
I would have been very happy with the movie.
Even that would have been okay, but I want more. And apparently there's a ton of scripts finished. I wonder if they were almost season 2 scripts
Maybe.
that were sitting around there. They're going to do it this way.
Well, because what I heard was that this animated series is going to be between the show and the movie. It's going to be
Yes.
set in that little space there. So maybe that's what it is. It's like, okay, that would have been our season 2. Like, we'll just put that there.
Yeah. And I think the main reason for that, without telling you anything, is Alan Tudyk. But we'll just leave it at that.
Is it going to be an animated series or animated movie?
The series.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's funny because you watch the announcement with Nathan and everybody, right? And they said they've got the rights, they've got the cast signed up, everything. The only thing they don't have is a home. And I'm all, you got a home. That's not going to be hard to find if you guys could put this all together. And it's probably going to be Disney Plus.
Mhm.
And you know, but Josh and I were talking about it, my son, and he said, well, why would they say that if they had someplace to put it? I go, because people will talk about it.
Yeah.
They got to have people talk about it. And the more you talk about it, the more, and even they're saying, you know, keep talking about it. It'll help us find our home. Yeah, I think you know where your home is. You just, and more power to you. That's marketing. That's how you get this thing funded and what have you. And let's go. Or did they say they even have it funded?
No, I think they said everything but that.
Yeah. So they'll find a home. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm jazzed about it. I mean, I haven't read any of the comics. I know there's a whole series of Firefly comics out there, but I'm not much of a comic guy. I don't read a lot of comics. If they became available electronically, maybe I would. You know, a lot of comics are.
It's going to be interesting how they're going to use Alan Tudyk's character. I just said it'd be interesting.
I know.
How they're going to do it.
We'll leave it at that. So anyway, very exciting news about Firefly.
Looking
Anything else you
forward
saw?
Nope. Didn't get a chance to go to the movie theater this week, unfortunately. So that's all I got.
Okay. Johnny, what'd you see?
Besides what I've been watching on TV,
Don't
the only
need to say that every
movie
week.
I know. The only movie that I watched was the one that you and I went to, The Bride.
The Bride. Yes. The funny thing about The Bride is that everybody I talked to, including Jeff, said, okay, good luck, because it's bombing miserably and it's got less than perfect Rotten Tomatoes, about 55%. All right, Johnny, continue.
I really enjoyed The Bride. For me, it was like an avant-garde movie, the way it was done.
Yeah, that was meant to be that way.
The Bride.
Jessie Buckley.
Yeah, Jessie Buckley. She was fantastic. Because she was going back and forth between basically two characters.
At least two characters.
Yeah. And you could possibly go three because when she
Right.
becomes the bride. And it wasn't what I expected. I mean, when you talk about Frankenstein and all that, it was just totally different. Even the Frankenstein character was more regular human as opposed to being a body that was put together from other parts of the body.
Okay, but you're talking Frankenstein movie or the Frankenstein book? Well, they're both kind of the same, aren't they? I mean, they are made from dead body parts.
Right.
So was he.
Yeah, exactly. And I really enjoyed the movie. Like Scotty said, it was a lot better than what the critics were saying.
Yeah, I went to see it thinking it was a punk rock version of Bride of Frankenstein. It's not. It takes place in, what was it, the 30s? 40s, 50s, something like that.
Something like that.
It was more of Frankenstein meets Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That worked out pretty well. The cast was terrific. I thought Christian Bale was the highlight. As good as Jessie Buckley is, and she's truly amazing. Christian Bale just played that monster character because he's been alone for 100 years at this point in the story. And he asked this person to create him a bride, pretty much like, what happened in the.
And that was Annette Bening. That doctor was Annette Bening.
Yeah, that's right. Annette Bening was a doctor that helped him create his bride. And he goes through the emotions from being lonely and depressed to happy and thrilled to scared to be that, she's not going to like him to falling head over heels in love with her. And he's really good at that all the way through. And his monster makeup is good. He doesn't have bolts in his neck, but it doesn't at one point say he ripped them out.
I don't remember that part.
I think he said somebody, I know I ripped them out because he didn't like the bolts, I think. But it was like I said, more of a Bonnie and Clyde story. It told the story of the fandom because like Bonnie and Clyde, they had followers. Bonnie and Clyde, the regular townspeople love Bonnie and Clyde. Why? They're shooting cops in the back of the head because they didn't know the real story, of course. And they find out later they're just bank robbers. They're Robin Hoods in those people's mind, and that's kind of what it was here. They were conflict with the norm, and that made them heroes in their mind to the point that their fans would paint that little black stain on their face that that the bride had. And yes, they do explain that. That is the one question every person I've talked to about this movie asks me. Do they explain why she has that stain on her face? And I'm thinking, well, it's not really that important part of the movie, but yes, they do. But it's stylish. It holds your attention all the way through. It's got terrific acting, but it also committed a fatal error from the beginning. And the fatal error is that they have Mary Shelley's character in some kind of grave or something. And she's awake and she's talking to the camera.
And she's in black and white.
And she's in black and white. And she's trying to infect this party girl that Jessie Buckley is to create this character, I guess. Completely and utterly unnecessary. Every time she comes on screen, and she comes on too often, it's an interruption. It doesn't fit. It is completely and utterly unnecessary. If they had removed all that, that movie would have flowed 10 times better.
Yeah.
And it would, because why do you have to change her with Mary Shelley when she's being changed by the fact that she's dead and brought back to life? You don't need the Mary Shelley character. And this is taken from somebody who's a huge Mary Shelley fan. The fact that she wrote Frankenstein blows my freaking mind to this day. But there was just no place in this movie, and they forced her in there, which is why Jessie Buckley ends up playing 3 roles. She's got Mary Shelley, she's got the party girl, and she's got the bride. I can see where the bad reviews came just from that, because it just jinx up everything. But other than that, it's not as bad as they led you to believe. It really isn't.
I like the way that they still incorporated the townsfolk chasing them with their torches.
Yeah, there's lots of, and there's another cardinal error they made there. And I still can't believe this. There's a great scene where the bride and Frankenstein's monster are at this party, and they're trying to find something there. I'm not sure I don't remember what it is, but they have to pose as servers. Yeah. Well, you can imagine these people with stains in their mouths and, scars all over their face. It doesn't work for long. And pretty soon the partiers are terrified of what's going on. They think something horrible is going on, which it probably was. So the bride and Frankenstein start singing. It just, because they're having a blast. They're like Bonnie and Clyde. They're partying in the crime. And they start singing. And pretty soon the audience is like, okay, we get it now. These guys are entertainment. And they're partaking in the entertainment version of it. And it's really a cool scene, except for what song do they use? Putting on the Ritz. Sorry, that's taken by Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
You can't use Putting on the Ritz and expect us to keep a straight face. And that scene should have been a straight scene. But you use Putting on the Ritz. Immediately you think Young Frankenstein, and then you're, oh, wait, I'm out of this picture. That was a big mistake. Everybody knows Putting on the Ritz, Young Frankenstein. Putting on the Ritz.
Which Peter Boyle was really good at.
He was, but it didn't belong in this movie. And maybe it was meant as a tribute to Young Frankenstein, but it shouldn't have been in this movie because it didn't fit either. So yeah, there's a couple things that aren't right. One of them's definitely wrong. I'm sure this is what killed the film, that whole Mary Shelley thing, but it's not as bad as people led you to believe. It really is.
Like I said, in my opinion, maybe they meant for it to be an I can't say that word.
Avant-garde.
Yes.
They did mean, that's the whole point of that movie. That's what Maggie Gyllenhaal wanted to do.
Oh, and
but I don't know where the Mary Shelley thing came in.
They were going after Maggie's brother, his character. Remember? They had to get him, but I can't remember why they had to get him.
I don't know what your point is.
Well, you said they were at this big.
Oh, that's why they were at the thing. Maybe that was it. Yeah.
And
again, the cast is terrific. I mean, you got Penelope Cruz. You've got Peter Skarsgård, who, by the way, happens to be married to Maggie Gyllenhaal. I didn't know that. And it's just great. But yeah, it does have its flaws. That's all you got?
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, I've been.
Wait for it to come on streaming, Jeff, and see what you think. I'll be anxious to talk to you about what you think about it too.
Yeah, I'm still watching Matlock, which I just adore that show.
It's a good show.
Elsbeth, which, another show I like. And
Why'd you like it?
Well, the reason I like it is
As the actress.
Yes,
It
and
seems like we've heard these things before.
yes, well, yeah, and Rookie and Will Trent, and that new one, what's it called? PJ Decker,
R.J. Decker.
RJ Decker. I've only seen one episode, and yeah, I'll give it a couple more episodes.
That show got huge numbers. It's based on one of my favorite authors, Carl Hassan, on one of his books. And maybe I'm spoiled because I saw Vince Vaughn do Bad Monkey, which is also based on a Carl Hassan book. This one doesn't hold a candle to it. I've 3 episodes in and I'm thinking, maybe I'm done.
I like to give it a couple episodes before I decide, okay. I mean, I've done that before with TV series so bad I can't even remember what they were called.
Yeah. Well, I watched a bunch of stuff this week, and I started with The Guns of Navarone. As I think I told you guys, that was next on Lime. That is a great movie. Guns of Navarone is really good. 1961, Gregory Peck, and I always want to say Terry Thomas, but it's David Niven. And it's a World War II movie, and it's really good. It's funny, though, because it's 1961, and the special effects are kind of, but it's 1961.
They were great back then.
The funniest thing is it won the Oscar for best special effects that year. so the special effects were good for its time, but it's one of those rare war movies from that era that isn't all just propaganda. It tells a story, and the story is really good. It was excellent. I really enjoyed it. And then, because you guys mentioned it, I watched Force 10 from Navarone, which is about about the same level as a Chuck Norris movie. It's a low budget action adventure movie with and tell me how this works. Robert Shaw playing the Gregory Peck character.
I think. Well, I don't know.
No, it was
the same character.
Same character.
Okay.
And Harrison Ford was the co-star, and this was right after Star Wars. And Harrison Ford he's kind of wooden in this. Harrison Ford took some time to really develop his chops. He did, without question, but he was a little rough in the early days, and this is one of those rough movies. It doesn't hold a candle, so don't consider Force 10 a sequel to Guns of Navarone. Consider them very separate movies.
Was it entertaining?
No, it was like I said, it was like a B movie.
Okay.
I just couldn't wait for it to be over. Richard Kiel is in it, and I thought, oh man, I didn't realize Richard Kiel could act this well. He's playing this I don't want to use the term barbarian, but a desert person. And, he's 7 foot plus tall, and he's got that, but I'm going, I didn't realize he didn't. His voice was dubbed for the entire movie. Okay. So
didn't he play Jaws in the couple of Bond movies?
Yes, that's the guy, Richard Kiel. Yeah. Let's see what else I got. I watched a horror movie that bored me to tears, despite the fact it had one of Julia Garner's best performances ever. It's called Apartment 7A.
Okay.
Apartment 7A is, as it says in the title, in the credits, based on the book Rosemary's Baby by Ira Levine. Now, everybody knows Rosemary's Baby, the original horror movie. And if you know that movie, you have no reason to see this one. It is exactly the same story from beginning to end. It's supposedly a prequel to Rosemary's Baby, but it's the same exact story, except for the end. And it's a prequel because at the end of the movie, something happens, and this evil couple, are walking down the street, and they see Mia Farrow's character from the back, standing on the street ahead of them, and they're all. But other than that, it was just dull and boring, and like I said, it was so much the same exact story as Rosemary's Baby that I was just bored throughout.
Okay,
except Julia Garner, who played. Is that her name, right? Julia Garner. She played a dancer. I did not know she had these chops. She's really, really good in it.
Okay, who directed Rosemary's Baby?
That would be, why would his name fly out of my head?
Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski.
Okay, who directed Apartment 7A?
Nobody I know.
Oh, okay. That wasn't Polanski.
No, it wasn't Polanski.
Okay.
Anyway, if you've seen Rosemary's Baby, don't bother seeing Apartment 7A because it's just the same thing. I mean, it was really bad. So we brought Ready or Not for You. Jeff was kind enough to bring that
right
in.
here. Ready or Not?
Because when are you going, Jeff? I know you're going to see that sequel.
I was going to go last night, but my wife had work, so I will be seeing it at some point this week.
Are you working Monday?
Yes.
Oh,
school.
I
Calling sick?
I want to save my sick days for days that
matter.
Mental health break.
Well, I know I've seen her and more, but I can't think of what they are right now. So, you know what? I can look here.
Yeah, I want to see that, and I want to see Project Hail Mary next week. I think if I can try to get a double feature in, or I got to pick one. I don't know. We'll see. See what happens.
Can I make a recommendation? It's not worth the $35. It costs for an IMAX performance to that movie, but we saw it in XD. See it on the biggest screen you can. If you can make a double feature at the Riverside, what is it? Riverfront?
River Park.
River Park. Do that.
Riverside. That's in Laughlin.
It's also in California.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know there was a Riverside in California?
I know there's several Riversides or sides of rivers.
City of Riverside?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I
knew it was something like that. Yeah. Okay. I forget. It's still there?
Yeah.
Crickets. Where's the cricket sound?
I had to go down there for work when I first started with the pest control company. And it was a miserable drive. It was a miserable day. And that night I did a little Google search and there's beer tasting places. So everything turned out fine. All right, let's see if we got anything on this. And now it's time for the first run progress report with filmmaker Jeff Genet.
Hey. I don't have much of an update. Working on audio. I've gone through the film again to make more of a nitpick list of things I want to fix. And it's terrible. I've seen the movie about 35 times now. And when you watch a movie that many times, you start to notice things that no one is ever going to notice. Like, oh my God, someone walked by that window. I never noticed that before in the 35 other times. Now I got to get rid of that. I'm at the point where it's just like, all right, no one's mentioned this to me yet. No one's mentioned this to me yet. No one's mentioned this to me yet. I don't need to spend a week to get rid of this. It's slow because work's been busy. Family life has been busy. I've been busy. I worked on the podcast. And then I've just been trying to find time for it. Music has fallen through again. We're still working on that. Time crunch is getting a little worrisome at the moment. Color's almost done though, apparently, and we're going to put that in soon. And I've been writing more because I had some time at work and I decided to just do that. So, second run is never going to get done, but it's fun. It's fun writing the script for that. So that's about the only update I have this week for that.
Okay. Well, that's an update. I mean, that certainly counts. And I know what you mean about seeing it 35 times, because as an author, by the time I published my book, I've read it about 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
And not only do you start nitpicking yourself to death, but you start questioning things.
Yeah.
And that's why Stephen King says that when his book's finished, he puts it aside and he never goes back to it. He goes, that's the finished product. And I've also read a well, not a footnote, but a afterword by an author who said, "I realize I've made error in this. Don't write me. I don't care." And you got to take that. And so you're talking about it. Some guy walking by the window. Nobody's ever going to see it. If somebody does,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's like there are some people who walk by the window where it's super noticeable, but this is just your eyes aren't even in that area. I don't know why I didn't ever look over there, but it's like 3 frames. Just something's there.
Yeah.
But
Nobody will ever think
Yeah,
about
but
it.
if they're outside,
No, it's a close up of their face.
oh,
no, it's like you just see a little thing and that's it. There was like a point where I noticed when they're talking in the trunk, they're like 3 of them are sitting in the back of a trunk while someone else is on the phone call, right? We had set the microphone in the trunk with them. I don't know why we decided to do that. But we thought like, okay, well, he's covering it. That's fine. But you see the microphone.
oh,
But it's like in there with all the junk in the trunk. Junk in the trunk. Yeah, I mean, I don't need to do anything with that. I'll just leave it there. It's not like you can see the guy in the back like holding, because there's a whole person in the back of the car in the seat in front of them, like listening to everything. Like as long as I can't see that person, that's fine.
Right.
You can see
And
the
how many
microphone,
frames is that
whatever.
microphone in?
It's through the whole scene, but it's not like
You're drawn
notice
to
it. It's just like, oh, it looks like some
Yeah.
thing in the trunk.
okay.
it's not moving
you
or anything.
notice
Yeah.
it, but would Joe Average notice it?
There's a lot of things that have been in this movie that people haven't noticed, that it's like that. What, really? You didn't notice that? Okay.
It's good.
Yeah. But I like I've said before, I just have to like take it back and realize like, okay, there was a hand on the raptor in Jurassic Park when they pushed it into the kitchen. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just,
And don't forget that
Nothing
scene
has-
we had from the Superwoman movie. Remember the scene where the sound guy was clearly in the whole frame the whole time?
the Superwoman movie.
It was they call me Macho Woman.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So your movie's, way ahead of that one. You don't have a sound guy crouched down, follow.
yeah. That's right.
I catch boom mics a lot, and it's not that I'm looking for them. It's just that they become kind of obvious, because especially if they're moving. A still boom mic, you can miss, but if it comes down or it goes up, I'm automatically drawn to it.
Yeah. See, no, this isn't like one that he's holding like this. It's like there's like a little ledge on the side of my trunk. It's there. It's just placed there on it. You wouldn't
Nobody's gonna think twice.
notice.
About it. You're
Yeah.
gonna think it's a backup camera or something.
Yeah. I didn't even notice it until one of my friends was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, that's a mic. Oh, look at that. I mean, so I don't know.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. No, you're right.
Yeah.
It's gonna, nobody's gonna look at that. It's not like they put a Chevy logo on a Ford.
Yeah.
No, it was a Chevy logo. The Chevy bow tie emblem, I think, was they put it on they kept calling the car I think it was a Pontiac.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Killers of the Flower Moon. It's like,
But
was-
I picked
Even
that
I
out
caught
right
that, and
away.
I'm not even a car guy, and I caught that. I'm all, wait a minute, that was the Chevy. Why do they call it? But I thought there's got to be a reason. I thought they couldn't have made that bad of a mistake. When I researched it, no, it's just a mistake.
Now you mentioned in your writing. What are you writing now?
Right this second, nothing. I'm doing a show. That was a stupid answer. I apologize to everybody for that.
Go to Amazon.com. Look up R. Scott Bolton.
No. I want to
author.
answer the question. I'm
That's what I was
finishing the
getting.
draft of Second Shot, which needed more work than I thought.
Uh-huh.
But so it should be out. I was going to put it out this month. It's probably going to be May now, because I'm going to be gone 2 weeks next month.
Promise.
And then I've got I want to get Mama Bear ready, because I really enjoyed writing Mama Bear, and I want to get that ready maybe for later this year. Because I'm going to try to publish 2 books a year. I got 13 books. 8 of them are published. I got 5 sitting there doing nothing. They should be out there doing something. They should be, keeping up their end.
And where can people find these books?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. Hi, I'm R. Scott Bolton. I write books. You should read them. rscottbolton.com.
And they're available on Amazon.com. And if you've got Amazon Prime, you're going to get free delivery. There's a plethora of books written by R. Scott Bolton. My favorite is Dead Dick, about a 1940s private detective, hence the term Dick, who has died, hence the word dead. The latest that's available is Bowling Bag in the Back Seat. Get these books, all 40,000 of them. Okay, there's not 40,000, maybe 39,999. No, not that many.
No. There's 8.
There's 8. And they run the gambit from science fiction to fantasy to everyday cops and robbers to private detective. Not just the 1940s private detective, but present day. And also, one of the books, which again I really like, Dead Dick, has nuns with machine guns riding a Harley. Get these books. You'll enjoy them. Amazon.com, R. Scott Bolton Books. Get them.
rscottbolton.com. All right, we got that out of the way. And by the way, I want to take something back. I won't be publishing Mama Bear this year, but what I will be publishing is I'm working on the 25th anniversary edition of Killed by Death, which is the first book I ever published and which really needs to be rewritten. So I'm going through that and making it more better.
More better.
So that'll be out later this year too. It's kind of scary. It's been 25 years since I wrote my first.
Gosh,
book.
it's been that long.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm old. Not as old as him.
Yeah, I'm not old. I'm ancient. I gotta stop saying that because I'm starting to feel it even more and more the more I say it.
I was 5 when you published your first book.
See, thanks for that, Jeff. I appreciate that.
Just thought I'd point that out. 5 and a half, it makes you feel better.
So, Jeff, I noticed that you haven't finished your hot chocolate.
Yeah, you want to have that?
No, eventually I will, but you don't want it, do you?
It's not that I don't want to. You saw me. I didn't react. Do you want me to eat this piece right now?
Go ahead. Do it. There you go.
God damn it. Now I got to have one. So what are you guys looking forward to coming up? I mean, this weekend's a pretty loaded weekend. There's some good stuff coming out this weekend. You got Project Hail Mary for starters, which again, I can't stress enough. Go see in theaters. It is terrific.
It's a long movie.
It is 2 hours and 40 minutes long, which is funny because my wife will not go to movies that long. But Josh and Andrea and Shelly, we all went to the theater, and I hadn't told her how long it was. And we're sitting there before the movie starts, and Andrea goes, 2 hours and 40 minutes. This is longer than I thought. And Shelly goes, what? But when it was all said and done, she was all, it was perfect.
She didn't say,
minutes didn't bother her at all.
She didn't say, wait, what?
She did not.
Oh, just
she didn't want to, that's your line.
Yeah, okay.
So,
thank you. Admit it.
It's your line. You didn't write it or create it.
I didn't say I did.
Yes, you did. You did.
Okay, I'll take credit for it.
So what are you looking forward most to that and Ready or Not too?
Yeah, I guess. I don't
Ready
know.
or
I'm
Not
not.
two's got some good reviews too.
It's good. Yeah, those are fun little movies. I don't know. I don't really know what's coming out.
Let's find out.
Well, before you do that, remember I told you about that movie I worked on when I was in film school?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually available on Amazon Prime Video, but you have to rent it. You can rent it or buy it. It's called Time Wars. I did enjoy working on it.
Well, say some more about it.
It was a film school project, but it was not released as a film school project. Several people that were at the school wrote scenes for it. Each one of us got to direct our own scenes. None of us got credit for being writers or directors or anything like that. It was a fun movie to make.
Who took the credit?
Ross Hagen. Yes.
I mean, I realize he's the instructor, but I don't know how he gets away with saying that other people's work is his.
Well, apparently he did that on several of the movies that his film school institute made.
That's actually pretty standard for film schools.
Is it?
Yeah, when you start go to a film school, that you kind of like sign a thing that says whatever you make is property of the school or something like that.
Oh,
And we may
Yeah.
have signed something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah,
More than likely did.
it's like a fine print thing, or I don't remember how it worked. It's been a while, but yeah, like I made sure, like, every time I did something like that, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna sign this because I don't want that, or I would change things to where they couldn't use it or something like that. I there was loopholes in it. God, it's been a while. Been a while since I've been in school.
I had an event with the guy we worked for, Bert. We'll leave it at Bert right now, because it looked like I was going to sell a screenplay, because the studios were all over us when we were pitching the Clive Cussler books. And he called me in his office one day, and he told me that you realize that because you work for me that I own anything you write. And I looked at him and I said, I'm your assistant. You never paid me for writing, so it doesn't work that way. And he goes, do you want to get my lawyer on the phone right now and we can discuss it? I go, no, I know that I'm right, so it's not going to happen.
Mhm.
He backed off that real quick, but I thought that was that was such a Hollywood thing. I thought,
Yeah.
no, you don't own crap that I write, dude. Just because I answer your phones. No, it didn't work that way. So out this week was Mirrors #3. Anybody?
I don't remember 1 and 2.
I don't think
Heard of
that's what it refers to. I think it's just,
Oh,
but maybe Late Shift. Nobody?
wasn't there another
of it.
movie called The Late
There
Shift
was
back
it
in
about
the
David
90s?
Letterman stuff. Yes.
No.
Two-
It was
Oh,
a
you're right. Night
yeah.
Shift.
no. Oh, okay.
2 Prosecutors.
Nope.
The Pout Fish.
Nope.
Nick Offerman. Project Hail Mary we talked about. Vampires in the Velvet Lounge.
Oh, I got to see that one.
Mina Savari. Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. Looking forward to seeing that one. Whitney Springs.
Nope.
Marked by Sophia.
Nope.
That's Sophia Coppola, so it might be worth checking out. The Cure.
Good band.
They're a band.
Yeah.
And Toe with Rose Byrne.
Nope.
And then next week we've got, starting this coming Friday, John Lilly and the Earth Coincidence Control Office.
Okay.
Continental 25.
Is this in the John Wick series?
No,
Okay.
that would be with a C. The AI doc, or How I Became a Apocalypse Optimist. Okay, I got to tell you something. I saw a scene from that movie, and if this guy's telling the story, it's true, I'm a little scared.
Ooh.
He says in the story, and this makes me want to see this movie, that there was this AI program that they were using at a company, and it was designed to read everybody's emails and to read all the documents that were stored in the computers and have them in its collective mind for future use. Well, in those emails, it discovered that there were talks to replace it with a newer, more improved AI program. Also in those emails were the guy who made the decisions about what AI program to use, and email exchanges with the woman he was having an affair with. And the AI program sent him an email and said, unless you make sure that I'm the one that's kept, I'm going to tell the world about your affair with so-and-so. It wasn't programmed to do that. It wasn't designed to do that, but because it's AI and it's constantly growing and changing, apparently that's what it did. And that should scare you. That should scare you if these things are, if that's a true story, and if that really happened, that's scary. So just kiss your ass goodbye, because AI is going to kill us, as everybody said from the beginning.
You know, with all these things coming out, how AI is becoming more and more aware. Can we take this all the way back to a Star Trek episode, the original Star Trek episode, where they had remember that computer they hooked up to the Enterprise, and it's supposed to do a simulated attack, and it started actually blowing up.
That was basically AI. Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, can they trace these back to that particular episode?
No, it really AI has nothing to do with showbiz, except for the fact they're using it in showbiz. I mean, it didn't spring from showbiz. I mean, what do you guys feel about that company using Val Kilmer's
Kilmer?
likeness?
Oh, I heard about that.
That's Hollywood, you know.
Well, you know, I agree, but apparently his family is they're all in for it. So.
That's exactly it. They gave it. I mean, and here's the bottom line. I'm sure they got paid.
Uh-huh.
And isn't that what Val would want? Wouldn't he want to support his family as long as he could?
But would he want himself? I mean,
well, he's not here to do it. He's not here to
Exactly.
do it. So his images, though.
I don't know. Let's just say that was my position. I would say no. If they're dead and they're going to use me as like in a movie, like that's not me. That's like the thing where they had James Earl Jones. They put James Earl Jones's voice AI in that video game, Fortnite, as Darth Vader. Darth Vader was going around saying slurs and like racist jokes and stuff. And it's like, okay, well, because those, you know, the kids and whoever was playing it, like they broke the AI so quick, they fixed it in a day, but still like that audio is out now. And it's like, you
really want somebody like James Earl Jones hearing his voice say those things that you, and you know, that's the problem with AI. You don't know what's real anymore.
Yeah. It's like, so I wouldn't want that. If my kids need money, you got my Pokemon cards. Sell those when I'm dead. Okay. Don't sell my likeness. That's weird.
Yeah. It's a tough decision. I mean, it's one of those things. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I support the family's right to make that decision, but at this point, at least, we're all going to know that that's not real when that movie finally is released.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to look better because AI gets better every single day. It also eats up more resources every day. And one thing people don't think about is the vast amount of resources that AI takes. I mean, it's sucked certain towns dry of their resources because it's so needy. But to do things like that, when it's like thinking about bribing somebody about an affair, you know, what point does it get to where the AI goes, you know, the humans are the problem with Earth, which is true. And if they weren't around, this would be a nice little planet.
Well, Skynet, there you go.
That's the scary thing. The most realistic prediction in recent movies is a friggin' Terminator.
Yeah, there's a dozen, like I think I said it last week. There's a dozen Terminator movies, and we're worried about companies bringing back mammoths. Like, you missed the whole point.
One guy said that AI didn't scare him, and it won't scare him until they can open doors. Open a doorknob. And I thought, oh, that's a pretty interesting point. And then I see the robots that the AIs operate, and I'm going, yeah, well, that time's here. They can open the doors now. So let's see what else is coming out. Well, then next month we've got, what do you guys think about the Cliffhanger remake with Pierce Brosnan and Lily James?
Interesting.
Did you see the original Cliffhanger?
I've seen a lot of cliffhangers though.
Yeah, I saw a big one, as a matter of fact.
Well, is it a remake or is it a?
My understanding is it's a remake.
I mean, they did the same thing with which had Pierce Brosnan in that Stephen Queen movie,
Thomas Crown Affair.
Yeah,
that was really good.
But the original was fantastic, and then of course the remake was good.
It was very good. I haven't seen the original, but I bought it on DVD recently.
Super Mario Bros. 2. I saw that on there.
That'll be a big hit.
Excited for that. I'm kind of excited with what they're going to do after that, because there's been a lot of characters teased in the trailers not from Mario movies.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe they're going to do some crazy stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Faces of Death. I think that looks kind of interesting. I've never seen the original films, but
you don't need to.
Those made a big
big
wave.
I don't think this is the same thing. The original Faces of Death film were just collections of videos of people dying.
Oh, okay.
Actual deaths. I think this is a horror film based on that concept, but I don't think it's a collection of death videos.
Huh.
And I know that because we worked with the guy who distributed those Faces of Death films.
I noticed a re-release of Ben-Hur, Charlton Heston movie.
Yes.
Is it going to be enhanced, or are they going to add some lost footage or anything like that?
Not that I've heard. There was footage in there from was Tony Curtis in Ben-Hur?
No,
Or was that another biblical thing?
he was in
Spartacus.
Spartacus.
Yes, I don't know about that, but they showed the trailer for this when we were at The Bride, and John goes, "Oh, we should go see that." And I said, "Yeah, I saw Ben-Hur at the Cinerama Dome. I'm good." But if you haven't seen it on the big screen, it's the kind of movie that speaks for it. What was I looking at down here? It doesn't matter now. Oh, yes, it does. The Yeti. The Yeti is a movie you'll be hearing a lot about here because our friend Jonathan Brownlee produced it. So we'll be talking about the Yeti. Hopefully we'll get a screener prior to that release date. And it stars Brittany Allen and Corbin Burnson, William Sadler. So it's good cast. And I can't believe there hasn't been a Yeti movie made yet. Is this the first one, or has there been one?
Mike,
There's been a lot of Sasquatch movies.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm wondering, is this going to be the Yeti as in the creature Yeti, or
No,
is this,
it's actually about a
is this
murderer
about-
who kills people with stainless steel cups.
that's what I was going to ask.
I
Is
know,
it
I
was
wanted to
stainless
get
steel?
to
Yeah.
And then
Thanks,
there's
thank you.
a sequel called The Yeti in the Spaghetti.
Is that Dr. Seuss?
No, it's actually a board game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So you got a big bowl and you have all these noodles that you put, and then you put a Yeti on top of it, and you gotta. It's like Jenga. You got to take the noodles
Oh,
out.
that sounds
and
like
make sure
fun.
the Yeti doesn't fall in the bowl.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's
The Yeti and the spaghetti, and it's Freddy.
So the Yeti actually doesn't open until April 10th. But like I said, we'll be talking a lot about that. That might be our last show before I go to Hawaii. Because our buddy produced that. He's a good guy, Jonathan Brownlee.
Yeah,
And,
is he still up in Canada, or is he down here?
he's everywhere. Yeah, I think he's based in Texas right now.
I was going to say, because if he's here in the LA area, we should get him in
We
here.
could get him on. We may actually get him on the show via link.
That would be cool.
I'll text him and see if he wants.
Jonathan
to
is a cool dude.
He was a very super smart guy too. So we'll see. But anyway, the Yeti is something else I'm looking forward to. All right, we're going to cut it off here because we all got to go. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. If you're listening and you want to see the video, go to roughedge.tv and you can see us there. If you give us a like or subscribe, we'd appreciate it. It doesn't hurt you and it helps us. And anybody got anything else for this week?
Go again, as I always like to say, go to your local movie theaters. If you happen to have a drive-in that's operating, go to the drive-in theater, not as a drive-in for hamburgers and cokes. Of course, that's good too.
Not sure there's a lot of drive-ins left, sadly.
There's a few. I don't know if the one that was up in
up past Santa Barbara.
yeah, the Goleta area. Is that gone?
I don't know. I used to drive by it on my way to work. There's that drive-in there, and then there's a drive-in up near Santa Maria too. There's two of them out there.
They should make those experience theaters, where you go to see the movie, of course, or the movie is there, and then we'll have certain things in the snack bar and make it different and unique.
Of course, they do have some. I'll call them pop-up drive-ins.
Yeah, they had a couple at the fairground during COVID. I remember.
And they had one at Harbor Cove Cafe. They played Jaws on an inflatable screen that flew into the ocean. Poor Dr. Shocker was standing there holding the rope, trying to keep the screen from blowing in the ocean. And I think he managed, but just barely. But it gave the movie some depth.
But go to your local theaters, especially the mom and pop theaters, not the chain theaters, which that's fine. But
Go to the chain theaters too.
yes, and just because the experience of seeing a movie, especially something like Ben-Hur, on the
Or Project Hail Mary. I'm telling you, that
the
movie
big
that
screen.
begs to be seen in a theater.
And when First Run finally gets released, let's go see it on the big giant Cinerama Dome. Okay, no,
I
maybe
don't know
not.
about that.
But
'cause
go to your local theaters.
you're gonna notice all the mistakes.
You're going to have a premiere, right? No, somewhere.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
You're going to
Hope so.
release it in a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Then we can really see.
Yeah. And speaking of, go buy physical media because physical media is nice to have. You're not controlled by streaming services. And, it's getting crazier and crazier out there. So
It's getting scary. I ordered it. I had the Fablemans on my list of Blu-rays. I was waiting for it to go on sale on Amazon. And it vanished from my wish list.
Mhm.
The hell's up with that? I went to the page. Looks like it's out of print. The Fablemans, Steven Spielberg, out of print. So I ended up having to buy a used, and I bought a used copy immediately because once those are gone, what happens,
Mhm.
But yeah, there a lot of films aren't even coming out on Blu-ray or DVD anymore, and it's sad.
Yep. And I don't know. I'm just so against streaming services.
The reason I started collecting DVDs again is because I read somewhere that said that people who are collectors, like all of us are here, you're the keepers of the art form. You're the ones who, when they stop making them, you're always going to have them.
We have
And
become the archivists.
The archivists, yeah. And I like that idea. Here's the problem. What happens when they stop making the players? Got to figure out something else. So I try to rip my movies when I can, but even then, that takes a lot of space.
Yeah.
So
Just every time you go to Goodwill, here's a $5 Blu-ray player. Here's a $5 VHS or VCR, like.
I literally thought of that. The problem sometimes is that the power supply is missing. Try to replace those. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Or there's no remote.
Yeah.
And I'm a fat American. I want a remote.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting a Blu-ray player because so many people they're like, oh man, I can't find that movie on streaming, or, oh, I got to rent it. And it's like, oh, I got it on DVD. I can let you borrow it. And they're like, well, we don't have anything to play it on. You get a free Blu-ray player with your rental from Jeff streaming services.
That's a great idea. Yeah. That's what it may have to come down to.
Yeah.
And plus, Blu-ray machines have, unlike other things, have got more expensive, not cheaper.
It's wild. It is it's crazy because I was looking, I'm like, well, this one's $15. Is that worth it? And then I'm scrolling through. It's like $150. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why is it $150 for this? So
I think it's all supply and demand. They're making fewer of them and more people want them. And, the good news is that premium, people are starting to glom onto the whole idea about physical media because they can't watch their favorite movies because the streaming services either have dumped them or they're scattered all around, or there's a paywall. If you got a Blu-ray copy, you plug it in, you watch, or a DVD, you just watch it, or even VHS,
Yeah.
But it may be too late if people aren't actually going out and doing the purchasing. Then, and I told myself the other day, do you guys think my wife's watching? Probably not. I'm going to go down to Barnes and Noble, which still has a very nice selection of Blu-rays and DVDs.
Mhm.
I'm going to spend about $100 getting some stuff.
Do you have a Barnes and Noble membership?
Yes, I'm sure I do.
Okay. Because they up the prices there. So it's like if a movie at, let's say, Target back in the day, it was like $20, it would be like $30 at Barnes and Noble. They kind of up price it. So you got to kind of know what you're getting and look at the prices online and stuff like that. So you're getting the good deals. And if you have the Barnes and Noble membership, you get 10% off.
Oh, I didn't even know.
So then you got that. Sometimes they do discounts on them. So it's like, oh, this DVD is $5. Oh, it's $15 online. That's why I always get Criterion there because they have the 50% off.
Yeah.
And it brings them down. But they actually sell those at market price, not like other DVDs.
Well, because Criterions are expensive.
Yeah.
And deservedly so.
So just be mindful of that.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. I've never even used my membership, which is embarrassing. I have it, but I never thought about whipping it out, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. And then Walmart. Does Walmart still have the end cap? I thought they were the last ones that has.
Yes.
And then
I just was looking at the one down on Victoria the other day.
And then Salzer's still got DVDs. Yep. Getting smaller though.
Yeah.
And
the thing.
They're
thrift
very
stores
expensive too. And thrift stores.
And I've been noticing a lot on Facebook Marketplace and probably Craigslist and eBay.
Yeah, that's it. Other people are getting rid of theirs. Take theirs. Mm-hmm. Just go. And some of them will give them to you for free. I got this box of Blu-rays. I can't do anything with. I'll take it. I don't care if I've got half the titles. I'll take it anyway. You got to be careful at thrift stores too, though, because just yesterday, I found the Die Hard trilogy, the first 3 Die Hard movies, in a box set, all DVDs, not Blu-rays. But I thought $6, hell yeah, that's $2 a disc, man. I'll buy that. I bought it. I came home and I thought I'm going to look to see what the other 2 Die Hard movies that I don't have in this collection are. And I found the entire Die Hard collection on sale for $9.99. I could have just waited and bought the whole box set instead of just those 3, but you got to pay attention to that too. And I don't know about you guys, but I have a list of my Blu-rays when I go in there and DVDs, because I've got so many, I forget what I've got and I don't have, and I got to look it up. Sometimes I've bought them twice, as you guys know, the monk thing and stuff. It's tricky, but you got to do it because that's the only way we're going to save the art form.
Mm-hmm.
Can we go now?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right, folks, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Next week, we will definitely be talking about Ready or Not 2.
And ready or not, we will talk about it.
Brought to you by The Grape, Ventura County's premier jazz venue and cocktail lounge, located at 2733 East Main Street in Ventura. For menu and music schedule, visit them online at thegrape.club. This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.